yeah, man. Just trying to reason in the sunshine. But listen, yeah, sitting outside, staying out till the spring sun. Talking to my people, yeah, my thoughts had just begun. Meditation flowing, words rolling off my tongue. Then along comes a rumble, hear the engine drum. Lawnmower man riding tall on his throne, cutting down the silence like it never was my own. On a monster riding mower beast so loud, trying to talk wisdom but I'm lost in the crowd. Making a record disturbing my flow, the people can't hear it, it's stealing the show. Inside my head it's a thunder parade. Every thought I had just start to fade. Along came the lawnmower man, rolling through my piece like he just don't understand. Whipping around the yard on that mechanical beast, tearing up my calm, never giving me release. So no, can't concentrate, can't share what I plan. Yeah, every time I try, along comes the lawnmower man. As if one loud mower wasn't already too much, another one pull up with the same heavy touch. I turned around stunned, say, what is this scene? Two iron giants cutting grass so clean, side by side like a synchronized show. Engines revving high in the turf war flow. Same patch of green, same moment in time. Meanwhile, all my thoughts can't find a rhyme. Double the noise, double the pain, echoes in my brain like a runaway train. Trying to stay cool, but I'm losing command. Overrun again by the mower man. Along came the lawnmower man. Now we brought a friend, now I really can't stand to what him circling like a storm on the land. Chopping up the vibe I was holding in my hand. Oh no, can't concentrate, can't say what I planned. Yeah, every time I try, along comes the lawnmower man. Yeah. Then from the creek, hear a buzzing attack. Turn my head slow, ain't no turning back. First one, then two, then the third in the rear. Weed whackers humming like a swarm drawing near. Whipping through the grass, trimming every last blade. Frightening the birds, sending squirrels to evade. Peace and solitude just fade away fast, like a quiet little dream that just couldn't last. Lord, I just wanted a moment, just a little silence, but the machines keep singing louder than I can. Along came the lawnmower man. Then nothing, now it's out of hand. Engines and whackers in the full-on band, playing chaos rhythms I ain't never planned. Oh no, there goes my peaceful stand. So much for my calm. Along came the lawnmower man. Yeah. Next time I'm thinking I might stay inside, 'cause when the grass starts growing, you know they're right. Yeah.
Is a lawnmower man. Good evening, folks. Welcome back to the program. Chris, live in Western Pennsylvania. Stephanus Bonta says hello from North Dakota. Any snow tonight there in North Dakota? All right, before we get started, just one more. Which one is it I want to do here? It's this one here. Yeah, here we go. This is the one.
Yeah. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry, I just can't let you go.
Sorry, don't leave me.
We've been memes and midnight dreams and common thread rodeo. From shaky cams to live stream jams, we laughed until we cried. So how we go from LOL forever to fine, I'll say goodbye.
What the heck is going on?
We built a vibe in pixels, yeah, a patchwork kind of home, where typos turn to punchlines and no one laughed alone. You say it's time to log off, pack it up, move on. But wait, your seat's still warm, your theme song still on. Don't go slow your roll, hear the rhythm in your chest. No shake thrown, no stills known, this place still knows you best. Don't go, hit pause, not exit, stay a minute more. Drop anchor in the chaos, we got laughter.
I see it snowed. I knew it snowed. North Dakota. No offense was given.
We're all just trying to make a little living. Don't go, don't vanish in the scroll. We're better when you're in it, yeah, you're part of this whole. After all the bits and glitches, the filters and the flops, you taught us how to dance through every algorithm drop. Now you're drafting up a farewell like it's carved in stone. But darling, this ain't Shakespeare, no need for a monologue tone. Woo-hoo! Social media's a circus with a megaphone and fog. 244 characters, that's barely a thought log. Context gets compressed till it's thinner than the bread. Then boom, misread, and suddenly we dread. No need to take umbrage, no need for a disguise. We can trade the hot takes for a little compromise. Don't go, hit pause, not exit, stay a minute more. Send a note, a real one, we can open. Listen, don't go, don't fall, don't pack up your control. We're better when you're in it, yeah, you're part of this whole. No dramatic exit music, no confetti for the leave. No need to post a curtain call like this is me, I grieve. Just pull up the chair, grab a snack, stay weird, stay bright. We'll debug the drama, keep the good and code it right. We've got room for messy, for the oops and my bad, for the spicy little takes that don't have to end mad. You're not just a username drifting out in the blue. You're the laugh in the light, and we're not done with you. Don't go, hit pause, not exit, hear the crowd in your name. We're a patchwork of the imperfect, that's the heart of the game. No need to take offense where none was ever given. We're all just learning out loud, figuring out this living. Don't go, stay close, let the moment take its toll. We're better when you're in it, yeah, you're part of this whole. So don't go just yet. Let the thread breathe, no regrets. Stay a while, enjoy the show. We're still better with you here, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Don't run off, folks. Don't cancel your membership. Don't cancel your subscription. Hang around. Stick with us. Welcome back. I am live in Western Pennsylvania, not Central Pennsylvania, this evening after a visit to the Oosthuizens, and Kim came by and joined us. She's doing well, got herself some work. Good to hear. She's working. Last time I saw Kim, she was still trying to sort out work in a car. She's got herself a vehicle. Yeah, I'm sure the sound is terrible, Sloth Puppy, but that's because I'm in a huge room. I don't know what you want me to do about that. Either I don't broadcast or we have to live with the acoustics. The other option is if I get up here really super close and kiss the screen. That's probably the only thing that's going to make it better. Yeah, maybe I could put a blanket over top me, but then the lighting would be poor. That's just the way it is, guys. Sorry about that. This room is rather large. I don't usually stay in this chain. It's a comfort chain. Milestone. Oh, you mean the 125,000? Thank you. Thank you. Yep, I'm aware the acoustics are bad. What's the news with me, Botman? Well, I'm on my way to Erie. You know that. I'll see folks up there on Monday. Tomorrow, I'll be visiting my little sister in near Columbus. And then it's Dublin, which is part of Columbus. That's at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We've got folks getting together. If you are coming to that meet and greet Columbus, Ohio, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks, Sloth Puppy. Yeah, so no, it's just something you just can't control, unfortunately. I could try to use the Bluetooth, but then it just doesn't work as very well. Maybe if I get the microphone. Let me see, did I bring that with me? I think I did. Give me a second. No, I must have left it in the car. Oh, maybe I brought it with me now. It's not here, it's in the car. I swear I brought it with me though. Make sure it's not behind the laptop. Nope, not there. One more chance. I wanted to check one more thing. No. It's in the car. Sorry about that. If it had been here, I could have put that microphone on. Maybe that would have made a difference. But yeah, it's not here. So sorry about that, folks. My hands were full when I came up from the car. Paul Stapleberg, what's going on, man? We gonna? No, it's Ben that we're gonna do another interview with. Oh, let's see what else we got here. Adi Drexen, hello from Brits. How you doing there? How's it going? Yeah, so today I drove out after my war college consulting was over and drove out to Western Pennsylvania. Pretty good drive. Made pretty good time actually till I got to Pittsburgh and the traffic was horrible. Oh yeah, Bruce is an amazing dog. He is something else. And then I enjoyed your interview with Mark. He was Oh yeah, hey Carlos. Oh yeah. Yeah, I figured he would be 100%. I haven't had Mark on the channel for a while, but he is quite the informative fellow. And it's always a nice conversation with Mark. I offered to him off air. I said, because we both do stuff for the Truth Report, and I haven't done anything for Truth Report for a while. Oh, the comrades, yeah, okay. That's good. Yeah, I suppose it's a good time to train. Which way is it this year? Is it from Durban to Peter Maritzburg or Peter Maritzburg to Durban? Which direction? Because I was there a few years ago in 2022 when it came from Peter Maritzburg down. So all things being equal, 2023 would be up, 2024 down, 2025 up, so maybe down this year. Up, okay, see I got it wrong. Yeah, that's a lot better for your body because it doesn't rip at your tendons and your sinews. Going down is brutal. Yeah, and when I was there, Erica and I were there. Actually broadcast live that morning. It was pretty interesting. Excuse me. God bless it. We broadcast live that day at the end of the Comrades, and I was actually filming it on my mobile, walking around with this very tripod that this phone is currently sitting on in my hand, walking around filming it. Went back and left it on top of the car. As I pulled away, the cops were trying to get my attention, telling me that the tripod was on top of the car, but it's heavy aviation grade aluminum, and so it stayed on top there. I was only going about 10-15 kilometers an hour because you drive right next to the Comrades, and then went down and right past the McDonald's, right by Wyatt Street, a black gentleman, just collapsed and died. I was like, wow, that was crazy. That was crazy. But what I noticed about the Comrades that shocked me is most of the people are not fit. I mean, the number of people who were obese that were running the Comrades shocked me. I thought people would all be fit and ultra marathon runners, but that wasn't the case. First time we live on YouTube. Well, it's about time. I mean, I covered it live on YouTube. That was a long time ago, 3-4 years ago now. So they finally got their act together. Yeah, so that's interesting. That is interesting. Thanks for sharing that, and good luck in that race. That's an incredible feat just to participate in, let alone finish it. One of my favorite South African movies is The Long Run, and The Long Run was starring Armin Muller-Stahl, and he played an ethnic German who had immigrated to South Africa during apartheid, and then was a manager at a brick factory. Apartheid ended, and it shows how whites are being marginalized. His coaching of the ultra marathon team for the Comrades was taken away from him. Then his job was taken away from him. Yeah, it was. And then this girl played a Namibian, and she was a good marathoner. So he took his team away from him. You're welcome, Paul. Took his team away from him, and he wound up meeting this Namibian girl, and he became her coach, and she won. They didn't win. Did she win? Please give me a second. I don't know, but it's a really good movie. It's called The Long Run. Really good movie. Yeah. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to miss the Stormers. I'll catch the beginning of the Stormers game, and I think they play Connacht, and then hit the road, and I will drive to my sister's place, and from there we have the meet and greet at 2 p.m. Can somebody please place a link from Professor G's YouTube? Why are you asking for Professor G's link on my channel? Why are you asking Professor G for information on refugee application? He's an asylum attorney. That is interesting. I'm puzzled by that question. Someone can post a link, I don't mind, but I'm puzzled by that question. Why aren't you asking it here? You mean? Anyway, Yeah, and then Sunday it's off to Cleveland. That one's not quite nailed down yet. I haven't made a combination, and I'm also waiting to hear back from several people about who's shepherding that and where I need to go in Cleveland. I know where I need to go in Columbus. It's Dublin. I know where I need to go in Pittsburgh. It was in Carnegie. And I know where I need to go in, well, not the exact location, but I know where I need to go in Erie. So those three parts are taken care of. But I do need the folks in Cleveland to help me out. Also, Alex in Cincinnati, I hope you're going to make it to Dublin tomorrow. I have to check my mail and see if you got the word. What is that? What is that flashing? Oh, the TV is on. Okay, I forgot about that. The two oceans, they just had the two oceans, and some men ran with women's bibs, came in 7th and 10th, and have been disqualified for 2 years, or 2 or more years. And then the women who gave them the bibs are also in trouble, so they can appeal it, but the men can't appeal it. Why would a man take a woman's bib and run the race as if he actually won it? Was he trying to win it for her? I mean, think about that. I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense. The men ran it so the women would get accolades. I guess give them bib back. We're watching from West Rand. And wifey, she is very skeptical and applying, scared, unsure what to expect. That's not also thinking that this is not good. Well, Philip, I don't know what to tell you other than what does she prefer? She prefers staying in the West Rand and having her home broken into and being assaulted, violently tortured and murdered. I mean, that's not a far-fetched thing. It's happening in urban areas now. It's not simply happening on rural farms. And white South Africans, coloreds, and Indians, but especially white South Africans, are increasingly under pressure as it's open season on racial minorities in South Africa. And there's nothing being done about it by the police. The security groups are overwhelmed. There's only so many places they can patrol, so many places they can deal with. I'm not really sure your situation, but let me just tell you that the lady who arrived in Harrisburg last night with her daughter and her partner, she insisted that I see a video, which I showed last night, of a Zimbabwean climbing onto her roof, and then they tried to get in the house, and then the guy from the roof shot through the house indiscriminately at the occupants inside with her 6-year-old daughter in there. No one should live like that. And they were attacked clearly because they're white. They don't have money. It was kind of a ramshackle, little plot they have there. It was not an impressive structure. Their clothing rack was all rusted and nasty looking. I'm sorry, no attack on the family. I'm just saying they're not a wealthy family. I'm actually, not much money at all, but tragedy, I mean, I talked to one of my interviewers recently who put in nearly 1,000 CV job applications over the past several years, not offered a job once. Too old, wrong gender, and too white. I don't know what to tell your wife because I don't know the circumstances, but if you think South Africa is going to improve, and I'm sorry to say this, I mean, people know me, know that I am deep affinity for South Africa, love South Africa and South Africans, but it's only going to get worse. I mean, you see the president every day deny that they even have racist laws. How can you deny? There's 145 race-based laws. And you can't make the excuse that, well, this is just righting the wrongs. No, it's not. You're punishing people who didn't exist, and you're giving favor to people who are never punished. The majority of black South Africans never lived under apartheid and never were oppressed. The majority of white South Africans never lived under apartheid and never played any role in apartheid. Yet, the majority black population is getting artificial advantage. As a consequence, people are unqualified or going into aviation safety, going into aviation security, going into aviation, going into medicine. This is scary beyond belief. It's not that it's not getting better. It's getting demonstrably worse. And it's a very dangerous place to be if you're a racial minority. So, Phillips, is it Philippines? But I'm not sure. I'm trying to read that. Excuse me. Utopia gave you a link to Professor Jim. I'm still curious why you asked the question. It will be difficult to survive. How so? Not easy finding a job as people make out to be. So what? Do you think I'm a liar? Does your wife think I'm a liar? I mean, okay, let's just do this now. Excuse me. God bless it. I cannot show you because I'm on my laptop. Current U.S. unemployment rate for whites. I assume you're white. The current unemployment rate for white Americans is 3.6%. 3.6%. 3.6%. Okay? Overall national rate is 4.3%. Let's see, current per capita annual income for whites in the USA. $53,000. Full-time white workers, $65,000. Median household income is $92,500. Median household income, white, non-Hispanic, $92,530 in 2024. That's 2 years ago. Yep. So here's the per capita by, it looks like it's ethnic groups, okay? All right. There are 236 million white Americans, what I've been saying forever, 41 million black Americans, 18 million Asians, and Hispanics of any race. They're mixed in there. So per capita income, population. Yep. So there you go. Unemployment. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, what do you mean you can't make it? You don't believe the information? The information is there. I mean, I've just shared it. So what is there not to believe? Look, I mean, I'll just be honest with you, okay? I'm trying to help you out here. But if your wife doesn't come, then don't come. Don't come. You'll be a front seat, viewer to the coming collapse. Interesting comment a guy at work made was that remove the crime stats in bad cities with gun restrictions in the USA, we want to save. Yeah, it's true. If you could simply subtract the crimes from black Americans, it's one of the safest countries in the world. Broken Arrow found a decent job in less than a month, no qualifications. Yeah, no qualifications. I know at least a half a dozen South Africans who have over $120,000 income, having been here a few months or none more than a year so far. I've gone to Dallas and seen refugees who drive brand new Buckies, and I have a 11-year-old car and a 25-year-old truck. My daughter arrived in Ann Arbor this week, and all is going well already. You can hear it in her voice. More freedom, more confidence, and a new chapter starting. That's good to hear, because we had a few problems in Ann Arbor. No, South Africans will never see that unemployment rate again. No group in South Africa will ever see that. Yep. So I'm trying to help you here, but what is the concern? Does she not believe that the data that's available? I mean, 4.3% nationwide unemployment is virtually full employment. I would not understand. It's crazy. Unsure what to expect. Well, Philip, when you move over to a foreign country, everyone doesn't know what to expect. Sorry, let me try to clear the story again. Yeah. Something stuck in my throat there. Yeah, so no one knows what to expect. You know, it's not easy. I mean, I've lived in 16 foreign countries. It's not easy picking up and moving to another place. That's just the nature of things. But it sounds more like you guys are in. It sounds like you're not suffering from racial persecution. You're just looking for a place to move to. Is that which is the case? I mean, if you're suffering from racial persecution, this should be a no-brainer. It shouldn't matter what the job rate is. It shouldn't matter whether you'll be comfortable. It shouldn't matter whether you'll be able to adapt. This is for people fleeing. Their life is in danger. Their ability to earn a living is in danger because they're being persecuted. I mean, I don't understand how it's even a question for people. Either you can't live under racial persecution, or you make excuses for it. LD USA, it's been a while. How you doing? Not easy finding jobs. People who makes it out easy to find a job? It's true. Are you still here, or did you leave? Am I talking to myself now? Anyway, what the heck is that? Oh, that's the team. Okay. Job opportunities are endless, USA. Been unemployed for years. I cannot wait to start working when I get there, says Debbie. Yeah, no, it's unbelievable. I've gone on the website. I've shown people the jobs. I've shown what they make. You know, I met 3 South Africans today. They've been living here a long time. They were so excited to meet me. Well, where are you at, LD USA? I don't remember. I didn't realize. Okay. I've forgotten, or maybe I've forgotten. Look, if you can't find work in America, you're not looking, you're not trying. or you're too picky. When you come as a refugee, you just get a job. Landed last week in one of the most challenging states, and I'm just winging up. I'm up for the next challenge. Ohio is up next. What do you mean? What's one of the most challenging states where you at? A snippet says, I was also worried about prospective jobs, but you're right, Colonel. It really is leave or your life. But let me ask this question. I'm hearing people, and I'm not talking about the person that asked the question, but I'm hearing from people in South Africa that, well, will I get a job? Do you have a fucking job in South Africa now? Do you have a job? And is it guaranteed? Is it going to be there in a year? Will you be pushed out for people you train who are less talented than you? Have you been denied promotions? I don't understand this question coming from many South Africans. Can I find a job? You can't find one in South Africa. Can I survive? You can't survive in South Africa. So what are you giving up other than your homeland? I don't understand that at all. Again, this isn't direct to the person that asked the question. It's a fair question. 100% should matter. Doesn't matter if hard or not. UFC will be 1,000% better. Hannes Holzhausen, fellow Southerners. Yeah, Hannes, I didn't realize you're in the States, I guess, or I forgot. No signs of getting better at all there. Yep. If you are full of excuses, the refugee status, exactly. If you have to think about applying for refugee program, then it's probably not for you. Probably not for you. You're not really suffering from racial persecution. If you have the luxury of going, well, I'm not sure I should go because, well, I don't know, can I get work in my field? Then you're probably not suffering from racial persecution. You can stick it out in South Africa. Grok says, ask me, I know. Amazing job working with people who are now friends. See the lie social post based by colleague Creole that states that he said all blacks week. He never said that. When was he supposed to have said that? I didn't see that. Yeah, in South Africa, there's no job security. We have laws here. You can't be fired for your race, your creed, your color. You can't be denied employment for those things. You can't be denied employment for your age. Do you have those protections in South Africa? I don't think so. Oh, well, if you want to come walk in, Willem is saying, if you want to walk as a boss, if you want to walk in as a boss here, you got another thing coming. Almost none of you are qualified to be a boss in anything here. Now, I don't mean to hurt your feelings, but your qualifications don't match here. And unless you're headhunted as a white-collar worker, you just ain't going to walk in on that. I mean, Andre de Ruyter could be headhunted, but most people aren't going to get that. Under review. Okay, I thought you were still in South Africa. Toby said, I started here doing janitor job, cleaning schools and offices after hours, 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. night. You have to start somewhere. Yep. Want to sell me a new Corolla with just a written job offer. Just the interest was higher, but I mean, there's help everywhere. Oh yeah. Yeah, broken arrow. Yeah, that's exactly right. No, I know I never said that. I'm saying, who's spreading it? Where are they getting that from? So, come visit. I am in Connecticut, LD. Oh, that's that. Now it's ringing a bell. Yeah, no, I'm coming to Connecticut. That trip is planned, probably in May, it looks like. Yep. But I've still got May. It looks like it's probably going to be Florida and New England. That's the plan. So we'll see. At this time, it's the ones I can drive to. I mean, look, guys, it costs me a fortune to do this stuff. I hope people realize that. So for 4 nights in a hotel, it's going to cost me nearly $600. And then, of course, the petrol. Already I've got through 3/4 of a tank of petrol today, so that's $40 there just to get this far, and I'm going to go through as much tomorrow, so that's $80 in fuel in 2 days. Yeah, and there's a lot of other associated costs. I applied for a lot of online data card positions while I'm here in South Africa. You got feedback right from 3 companies. Yep, exactly. Reba says, see you in New England, okay. Hey, Varoshka. You're comparing those mobile plans. Yeah, Varoshka and I looked at some mobile plans. Some are better than others, but you got to be very careful about which ones you get. Yep. There's a lot of companies that lease the towers, and so they've formed a whole bunch of companies recently. So, yeah. Yeah, no, Meerkat. I'm sure he never said that. Colleague Krill never said it. No, this is only going to increase. The lies and defamation are going to increase. Yep. No, but I mean, I don't understand. Where'd the gentleman go? I don't understand why people are confused. I mean, look, just look it up for yourself. You don't have to trust me. How's the hip? It's doing fine. It's okay. The hip didn't bother me today, Jared. Thank you for asking. And actually, I've changed my gait and my walk to shorter steps so that my long strides aren't pulling at my hip as much, and it seems to be helping. Also, I've been taking a supplement that helps lubricate cartilage and joints, and I'm wondering if that's having a positive impact. But I mean, there's definitely damage there. I mean, it's not nice. Metro, yeah, yep. Metro is one of them. You can get that at Walmart. Yeah, and it's a good experience too, Jared. It's not ideal, but it's better than it was just a few months ago. Yeah, the Welcome America plan. I think that's for refugees that they came up with that Metro. Someone said that another company had something similar. Yeah, so again, back to the gentleman. That's why thank you for raising the question. It's a good question, but please interact with me some more. I want to hear what are the reservations your wife has. But it's, honestly, if that's your concern, it's not a valid concern. Mint Mobile, 180 for 1 year, unlimited data. Oh yeah, Mint Mobile. That's the one owned by Ryan Reynolds. Well, at least he owns part of it. Mint Mobile, 180 for 1 year. So 10 months is 18 bucks. Did you say that's about 15 bucks a month? That's pretty good. Yep. I'll send you an email when you have time. Okay. Must come to my hood. Found it today. Mark Wahlberg grew up around the corner. Oh, you're in New England. You're in Boston. Boston. Yeah, Boston. Mark Wahlberg is from Boston. Yep. Yep. 15 a month. Yeah. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. It's a good vibrations, excitations. His only hit. And it was a remake of an old song anyway. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Yep. Anyway. Yeah, there's nothing, guys. I mean, look, Veroshka can attest to this. Veroshka, in her industry, she started looking for jobs in the Carlisle area, and she's found tons of them listed. And she's going about a plan now on which one she wants to apply for. Everyone here's part of the Funky Bunch in some way or another. Yeah, T-Mobile's not the cheapest. Yeah, he's a good actor. Very talented actor. I enjoy his acting. Although I was disappointed in the Spencer for Hire movie, but that's because I'm kind of a Robert Urich fan. Spencer for Hire was pretty lame as a movie. Yeah, so early start to tomorrow. Yeah, guys, I mean, jobs should not be an issue. I mean, that should be the last thing you should be concerned about. You should be concerned about, will I be able to retain my culture? Can I practice my faith? Is it safe? Is housing affordable? Those are things you should worry about. I mean, if you're a refugee, that's what you should worry about, is the basics. You shouldn't be worried about whether there's jacuzzi in your hotel room. Hey, there's a jacuzzi. There's a jacuzzi in my hotel room, and there's a bantu on my stoop. There's a Zulu on my stoop. Snippets. That's an impossible question to answer. Concentrated historical landscapes, architecture. California has lots of historic architecture from the old Spanish, and Boston has lots of that. Philadelphia has lots of it. Who else? Annapolis has some, yeah. Living in the purple. Yeah, oh, you're laughing because it says Zulu on my stoop. And what was the book actually originally? Yep. 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 Yeah, it is a jacuzzi, man. It's a huge one. A hot tub. A hot tub. Yeah, I don't know about which states have the best this, that, and the other. That's a very difficult thing to answer, guys. 53 likes, 106 people currently here. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. You're a fine American. Elvis loves you. Well, assuming Elvis is still alive, he'd be 80-something now. Elvis Aaron Presley. I can use public transport and won't be murdered or robbed. My windows that have no burglar bars. Oh, yeah, so I went to visit the Ostoys this day, and the door was open. So I knocked on the door. Nobody answered. The doorbells don't work. So I knocked again. Nobody answered. I said, hello. And Leona came out and said, why are you standing out there? Come inside. I said, because it's not my house. Wait till somebody responds. Leon Schuster has depression. That sucks. What is wrong with Ann Arbor? Nothing wrong is wrong with Ann Arbor. There were some refugees complaining about their treatment there. I never was able to follow up on the Ann Arbor story very well. Nothing wrong with Ann Arbor. That's where the University of Michigan's at. The Wolverines. You don't hear what you want to hear or infer what you want to infer. I didn't say anything's wrong. I said there were some problems there. Some refugees made complaints. That doesn't mean they're real or genuine, or they might have been. That doesn't make Ann Arbor an unworthy place to go. Anyway, yeah, so I wouldn't worry about that. Hey, the Bulls shellacked the Dragons today, 47-7. Oh my goodness, 6 tries. Wow. David Creel with 3 conversions and Henri Pollard with 3 conversions. They shellacked the Dragons. The Bulls are now 9-6. 9-6. They go 10-6. They're going to be in great shape here. It's amazing. They've really done a great job. And even they have an outside chance. The Sharks have an outside chance, but not much of one. But they could possibly find themselves in this too. So we look at the table. Glasgow's at the top of the log, 55 points. They're 4 ahead of the Stormers. They play this weekend, tomorrow. The Stormers play tomorrow. Leinster's already played. They're tied with the Stormers at 51 points, but they're behind them a point differential by 69 points. Ulster, who lost to Leinster, is now 9-6 at 45 points. The Bulls play. The Bulls play today, so the Bulls are in 5th place. Excuse me. But the Lions could be ahead of them with a victory or a draw. Well, not a draw because not enough points, but if the Lions win tomorrow, which is not going to be easy, but they could do it, they will go to 47, possibly 48 points on log, and they could jump up to 4th place. Wow. Cardiff could jump up to as much as 5th place. They could push the Bulls down. So right now, the Stormers are 2nd, the Bulls are 5th, the Lions are 6th, and the Sharks are in 10th position. All right, so yeah, that's pretty exciting stuff. And the game's tomorrow. The Stormers are playing, well, it's already tomorrow for South Africa, but the Stormers play Connacht at DHL Greenpoint Stadium. The Lions are at home at Ellis Park against Glasgow. Both of those are going to be tough games. The Stormers are, the betting guys have Stormers by 20, but that's not going to be an easy game for them. Sharks play it much later at 14:45. They play the Osprey on the road. Yep, so yeah. The Bulls 47-7. That's incredible. By the way, Bafana apparently is in America. Yep, they head to the United States. South Africa's only U.S. match plays out in a city tied to Martin Luther King Jr., Kaiser Chiefs, and Sci-Fi Grade Stadium. For the first time, visitors to Atlanta, an unofficial capital of American soccer, have more of an excuse for losing their bearings than they do in most major cities. Yep, anyway, so that is happening. Also a bunch of firsts with the Rugby World Cup. What was that? So peaceful. I missed that. So beautiful here. Tulips and daffodils in bloom. Trees are getting their leaves. Did you see the tulips for the thumbnail? That was from my yard this morning. That's how the tulips outside look. And those are the bulbs I had inside last year. And now look at them outside. I had to pinch myself this morning walking around down the lane. Westport is stunning. All right, cool beans, Ellie. 12-month contract free was sponsored by a donor. Wow, that's crazy. All for the phone. Well, that's very nice. Somebody sponsor your phone for a year. When you say thank you, people here, they do not say it's a pleasure. They say you're welcome. Yeah, because it's a pleasure is bizarre. You're thanking me, and I'm saying you're welcome. Yep. Well, and you also have things, if you don't hear somebody, you don't understand, people do different things. Most places, if you don't hear what somebody said, you say, excuse me. Some people say, pardon me, or pardon. But in the Midwest, particularly in the upper Midwest and in Ohio in particular, when you don't hear somebody, you say, please, please. And then, of course, that comes directly from German because if you don't understand somebody, you say, bitte, bitte, which means please. So that's just something we have to get accustomed to. I didn't hear about Leon Schuster. Thanks for sharing that. So there are some firsts in this World Cup. Let me get to this. South Africans say, huh? This is the largest World Cup ever with 48 teams. The largest previously was 32, which was the number for a long time. 104 matches are scheduled. It's a significant increase of the 64 matches in recent editions, so it's nearly twice as much. Another kind-hearted person like Colonel White giving refugees Google Pixel phones for 12 months free plan. That's awesome. You mean the Bry and Poiki Fest? No, that's next weekend. Okay, the first time ever the FIFA World Cup is being held in 3 countries: Mexico, Canada, and the United States. Spread across 16 host cities and a stadium record. The tournament will start in Mexico City at the iconic Estadio Azteca, the Aztec Stadium, which hosted the FIFA World Cup in 1970 and 1986 finals, and become the only stadium in history to host 3 men's FIFA World Cups. Wow. And this is the first time that the FIFA World Cup has been in the United States since 1994, when Brazil beat Italy on penalties in a goalless final at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Also, FIFA has a strict no corporate sponsorship names, so stadiums are temporarily renamed. Mercedes-Benz Stadium will now be Atlanta Stadium. MetLife, New Jersey, will be New York, New Jersey Stadium. There's also an extra round. The expanded format introduces a round of 32, meaning teams must survive 4 knockout rounds to lift the trophy. For the first time, the World Cup has 3 official mascots, 1 for each host nation: Maple the Moose in Canada, Zayu the Jaguar in Mexico, and Clutch the Bald Eagle in the United States. Now, isn't that interesting? 3 mascots. Well, I'm with you, Debbie Ackerman. Soccer is a mind-numbingly boring game. But I do watch a World Cup. Broken Arrow said, I could have had a job sooner, but I refused to learn Spanish. Good for you. This is America. Piss on that. Came in here tonight, my hotel room, TV didn't work. Some ass reprogrammed it in Spanish. I speak 6 languages. I'm in America. I don't have to speak Spanish. Utopi uses soccer as nap time. Yeah, 25,000 South Africa. Yes, their soccer players are great actors. Ooh, he touched me. Yellow card. Yellow card. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be a long day, though, once again. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully the Stormers can win, and they win decisively with a bonus point would be nice. Panado is... No, we don't do Panado. That's ridiculous. Tylenol, ibuprofen, Aleve. No, all headache tablets are not Advil. They're not Advil. Headache tablets are Aleve, Advil, Tylenol, aspirin, Bear, all kinds of things. Tissues are also called, I don't know anybody calls headache tablets Advil. I don't call them. You ask for aspirin or a Tylenol. Yes, Kleenex is becoming a generic name, even though it's a brand name for tissue. Yep. And Lou is a guy's name, not a bathroom. I've told you about this. I've told you guys. I've told you American English, the vernacular. I've been saying it for years. I had crabs last weekend. They were pretty lame. Not happy with the placeholder. I have no idea what Myprodol is. It sounds like something women experience in their Menzies go use. I've never heard of that before. Never heard of it. Tylenol get rid of your headache. Yep, Tylenol works great. So Tylenol is acetaminophen. We don't use what's the one South Africans use, the Brits use too. It's basically just coal tar. What the heck is it called? It doesn't work for beans. The stuff you guys use for headaches doesn't work. Can't think what's this stuff called? Oh jeez. Oh. Anyway, not really important. Is it now? Oh my goodness. What about Formula One? I missed that. Why do we drop? This is crazy. That says 99. There's 104 over here. No, not Grandpa's. No, not Grandpa's. Paracetamol. Paracetamol. But I've never heard of Myprodol in America. No, you can get things over the shelf that have codeine in them. No, we don't have Panado. Oh, you're talking about there? No, paracetamol. Paracetamol. It doesn't work. And you can get codeine over the counter. It depends. It's in the concentration. But a lot of things you get over the counter now, you couldn't get over the counter 30, 40 years ago. Yeah, in South Africa they have paracetamol, and they have in the UK, and it doesn't work for beans. The stuff is horrible. It's distilled from coal. Okay, that's a South African thing. That's not an American thing. Myprodol you're talking about. Beyond Lombard, coolest Colonel ever. Well, thank you for that. A lot better than the Colonel Sanders, eh? My goodness. Hey, let's take a look. I had a good day yesterday, channel-wise. First time in a few weeks I've had 100,000 views in one day. That was kind of nice. So what did we do yesterday? Let's see. Videos. Quite a few. That's why. So early. People don't get up early on Saturday morning. I know that. So, why is that? That should be on. So today I did News 24 Spreads propaganda because I saved that with the pay and it didn't save as a pay. Monday a holiday? No, not that I know. So we did on the 16th potential solution for South Africa's social security card. Then Julius Malema reacts to his 5-year prison sentence, 26,000 on that one. Freedom Fund Plus interview Dr. Courtney Mulder, 26,000. AfriForum reacts to Julius Malema, 16,000. Freedom Front Plus leader, Dr. Courtney Mulder, 14,000. Excuse me. And the reckless Julius Malema sentenced to 5 years, 7,300. There you go. All right, what's this regarding our refugee program? I found Sudafed is the best here so far. Sudafed, yeah, sick for 3.5 weeks, still building inflammatory immunity. Yeah, Tylenol. Well, then Myprodol must be acetaminophen. Regarding the refugee program, from the time they submit your case, how long is the average time it takes? There is no average time. There is no such thing as an average time. Don't try to even guess an average time. You know the average time? You want to know the average time? My friend submitted his case in February of 2025. He had his cultural orientation yesterday. That's 14 months. You want that average timeline? There's no average timeline. And there's nothing wrong with his case. He has a compelling case. There is no average timeline. Blitzbox, give Argentina a big hiding. Good. Excuse me. Yeah, no, paracetamol is not acetaminophen. I don't think so. Paracetamol, no, I'm pretty sure that's not the same thing. Let me double check. I looked it up because I got it in the UK and it wasn't working. Come on, why is this not loading? Paracetamol. Well, you're right. It's the same as Tylenol, so it must be acetaminophen. I thought paracetamol was made. Maybe I'm wrong here. I looked up paracetamol when I was in the UK and it said it was made out of coal tar. Maybe I confused it with the other one. You're right. It's Tylenol. I'm wrong. My apologies. I must have confused it with the other thing. Huh. It's a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, NSAID. That I know. Huh. Wait a second. First made in 1878. Huh. Interesting. I'm bad. I'm wrong. You waited 7 months. Other people wait way more. Others not so long. Yeah, that's the problem. Paracetamol can be bad for the kidneys, but you should never do it. It's as simple as that. You're right there, Cecilia Kruger. Spot on. It's the same thing. I didn't realize that. Shane Killian, thanks. You're welcome. Aspirin does the trick, yeah. Aspirin's good. Yep. Paracetamol is Panado useless. Well, I don't know. Tylenol works fantastic. When I have a headache, Tylenol works. Ibuprofen works sometimes, but Tylenol always works. Always works. I don't know, Tuppy. They're required to apply on the 12th, 11th or 12th of May. They'll have to do it after 1 year. So I will, on the 12th of May, be having 59ers on my program. We're commemorating 1 year. Aspirin does thin your blood. Yep. A lot of times physicians recommend it for people who have blood clotting issues, clumping. Shot of whiskey works, yeah. Yeah, so I can ask that question on that day. Yep. I never tried, Grandpa. Exactly, Debbie. That's the advice I've given all along. Every case is different. Go on with your life. And when it's your turn, it's your time. Well, I hope it's going to be an awesome live roast. I wish more of them would come on. So far, I've got commitments from Willem and Kara Hotzenberg, from Charles Kleinhaus, from Chris Olafia, from Earl Langton. And I don't know if Jay will be there. So it's at least 5, maybe 6 of the 59ers. And there's more. If they would just come on the program, I'd be grateful. Yes, Carl, I finished my consulting there. It's the final week. Today was the last time. I wrapped up early and left. And November might have been the last time because they're dropping the contract after decades. They're going to try to do it in-house because they just don't have the money. You're prone to blood clots. Yeah, no, that's why aspirin's good for that. It helps prevent blood clots. Yeah, now I'll start getting green card questions. Man, Professor G might be getting them too. So where's the gentleman to ask for the link to Professor G? Did you just come to my channel to ask for a link to Professor G? You want to ask him questions about refugees? I mean, seriously? You're welcome to go watch Professor G, but why don't you just ask your question here? Bernie, how's it going? Yeah, Disburn is made from aspirin, isn't it? Yeah, Bernie, I've been out there, of course, but I didn't see any refugees in Boise. I did see a South African in Boise, but no refugees. But Twin Falls, I saw refugees. Tomorrow will be 3 months since flights are canceled. At what point do we start over? You don't start over. You wait. You wait. Just like the people who had their flights canceled in October, November, and January, February. Some from each of those eras have come over here now. There's no starting over. They've already said don't resubmit an intake questionnaire. I don't know what that'll do. It might put your case back at the bottom of the queue. Okay. Talon. Well, Debbie, I have to talk to him about that. Hopefully that'll be, won't be this week because, whoops, I'll be on the road on Tuesday. So we'll see how it goes. So Bernie, I hope everything's working out. I don't know, Bernie, if you had any intervention from Office of Refugee Resettlement, ORR, because I gave them your case and made sure it was one of the highlights when I talked to them. And not so much what happened, but how your money was squandered by idiots not taking stuff out of the hotel room when they said they were going to do it. Yes, codeine is addictive. I don't like codeine. So I had a staph infection in Liberia. My immune system was worn down because I was working 18-hour days and burning the candle both ends. And I got a cut and I got a staph infection. And yeah, they wanted to give me medicine which had codeine in it. And I said, thanks, but no thanks. Never used it. Verna said, I don't know if you saw my email, but we got another UCS appointment immediately after you spoke to your contact. Well, that's good to hear. Snippets, I didn't see all of it. I read it in the newspaper. I haven't had a chance. I mean, literally, guys, I have no life. I'm busy running around trying to see everybody do everything. Yeah, You watched the interview this morning. It was very mean to you. Oh, no, no, no. He was joking. It's fine. He's a friend of mine. It was a joke. It was a joke. Yeah, I joked back at him, so. Clip drift. Okay. No, he wasn't being mean to me. Bella says, just while the Colonel's live. Well, I'm live almost every night except Saturday night. And who knows, tomorrow, if I have the energy, I might even do one tomorrow night while I'm on the road. Why not? Coming up 1 hour here on this one, so. You know what Julius is saying? He's killed. Yeah, he sure did. Hey, Etienne McCarthy, what's up? Meeting with him yesterday, but we decided to just move on and make the best of everything here. Okay, but I got you to move on. But if you guys got work, if you got resources, I mean, I'm not trying to intrude or anybody. I mean, I don't want you guys hanging out there. Yeah, no, it's fine. It was cheeky, but you know, it's fine. We were just joking around. I thought that was an incredible interview. I really enjoyed it. Mark Oppenheimer, not related to those Oppenheimers, is a really smart and good guy. So I really enjoyed it. Only 79 likes? Come on, man. Okay, yeah, a lot of people just give up on their agencies and get frustrated. But I mean, that was beyond stupid. Whether something happens to you or not, that agency needs to be admonished by Office of Refugee Resettlement. I think it's going to be done. Yep. So. Yeah, so my interview with Corny Mulder I thought was pretty good too. Some really good knockout interviews, and I've had some big name guests like Mark Oppenheimer and Corny Mulder on the program, but haven't been on a bit. So I'll try to get some more on here after I get back. I've got some names in mind that I want to ask. I kind of asked in a roundabout way Steve Hofmeyer to come back on, but Steve didn't commit. So I think he did some interviews recently. So. I figure if I have Steve back on the program, my stalker will come around. You won't see my stalker again. There you go.
Pad is lang, maar ons komt van ver. Honde staan in die lucht, vuile zuiderster. Die zaal is gepakt, die atmosfeer laai. Ons wacht vir die oomblik, laat die muziek nou waai. Mense van heinde oor die vlaktes en berg, vir 'n man wat sy siel in elke noot verberg. Om te hoor sing, om hier te sien, dis die tipe respek wat 'n legende verdien. Van die sippiese stories tot die groot verhoog, het jy ons laat huil en laat glo. Agter elke man tot die diepste treurkrom, dis jou voetspore vas op hierdie grond. Steve is die stem, die man van die dag, na rots en die storm. 'n vriend en 'n maat vir die taal, vir die volk, staan die onbevrees. Waar ander bly stil bly, sal hierdie een wees. Steve in jou woorde, vind ons krag. Hulle gille verskyn in die donkerste nag. Steve word vir my, hulle gooi dalk die klippe. Die woorde is fel, omdat jy die waarheid onbeskaamd vertel. 'n letterkundige gees met 'n pen in die hand. Jy skryf vir die siel van ons dierbare land. Beginsel vas teen die stroom en bly staan, van die dae van Bruce tot in 7de laan. Dekades se passie, dekades se vuur, jy gee alles vir ons, uur na uur. Ja, van sippiese stories tot die groot verhoor, jy ons laat lag, laat huil en laat glo. Agter elke man tot die diepste deurgrond, is jou voetspore vas op hierdie grond. Stuk is die stem, die man van die dag, 'n rots in die storm, 'n vriend en 'n maat vir die taal, vir die volk staan jy onbevrees. Waar ander bly stil bly, sal jy die een wees. Steven, jou woorde vind ons krag, 'n legende wat skyn in die donkerste nag. Laat die wêreld maar raas, laat die kritiese praat. Hoe ken jy die hart van 'n man van sy staat? Hy's meer as akteur, hy's meer as gesang. Hy's die stem van 'n volk wat na vryheid verlang. Steve is die stem, die man van die dag, 'n rots in die storm, 'n vriend en 'n maat vir die taal, vir die volk staan jy onbevrees. Waar ander bly stil bly, sal jy die een wees. Steven, jou woorde vind ons krag, 'n legende wat skyn in die donkerste nag. Steve Hofman, die legende, en woord en daad vir ons.
Yes. Oops, which one's that? Die Stem wat bly staan. That's what that was. Well, there you go, folks. How's that one? What did I miss, Red John? I don't know. What'd you miss, man? I cannot sing Babyface. That's not me. I'm just doing my best there. I sing better in foreign languages than I do in English. I really do. Because I can do that deeper stuff in the foreign languages. No, I did create the song snippets. Yeah. Yeah, no, I did create that song. Yes, I used AI. I mean, I can't write lyrics. I can't write the music, but I can tell it what I want it to do. And I did write, I can write lyrics. I can't write sheet music. And I can't sing professionally, but I do know themes. I do know the ideas. And so in that song, I wrote my lyrics in English, and then I translated them as best I could in Afrikaans, and I threw it into Gemini to look at, and I told it to incorporate my lyrics and expand upon them. It mostly just incorporated my lyrics and added a few things, and so yeah, it just came out brilliant. That's a brilliant song. Chloroquine, huh? That's for malaria. Yes, it's one of my all-time favorites. So I've had some really good songs. That and Lament of the Seven Seas, the Iranian Navy. We tacked into the wind with our beards so neatly trimmed in the Iranian Navy. Once we sailed the seven seas in the Iranian Navy. That's a good one too. The Pala Pala song is good. Yeah. And then Alabama Heat is good as well. I got some really good ones out there. Turns your boogers blue. I have no idea what you're talking about. That's crazy. Oh yes, Heidi. These are all my songs. Every song I play on the show is mine, with a couple exceptions, because otherwise I get copyright claims and copyright strikes. I used to play Giselle's music all the time, and it just became annoying deleting it all the time. Yeah, no, these are all my songs. Yeah, no, they're all mine. I can't. I've got a few different ones. So this is one. No, I didn't write all the lyrics for this one because it's a little too clever for me. But who's that? Monica Falcon. You're in the States now, aren't you, Monica? Is it true you're in the States? I thought I heard you say you were in the States. Yeah, but this one here is this is the Yankat. Now this was my idea. I wrote it in English, and I didn't do any of it in Afrikaans. I let the translator convert it into Afrikaans from my English lyrics. But this is turning in the Jan card for a trump card.
För 300 jaar was nee. Arme ou Jan met sy Nederlandse oos.
Whoops.
Straat in Kaapstad. Die ANC het 'n gunsteling reël gehad. As dinge verkeerd loop, is dit 'n Jan gemaakte ontwerp. Want die moenie trek door die wenners parade. Elke enkele skuld was 'n prys wat Jan betaal het voor koor. O, die geskiedenisboeke kry rus.
It's a tough word for me to say.
Ons het 'n nuwe ou gevind om op die proef te stel. Sit die portret weg. Bære die ou veerpin. Daar is 'n splinternuwe skak vir die politieke wetsontwerp. Koor, ons verruil die Jankaart vir 'n Trumpkaart. Dis die blinknuwe manier om die Blamsville hard te speel. Gaan die krag uit, is die pad vol gate. Moenie na die begroting of die kieserspeilings kyk nie. Draai net daar die kaart om, sien die goue hare. Die dom is die rede vir die slytasie. Ja, ons verruil vandag die Jankaart vir 'n Trumpkaart. Die infrastruktuur verkrummel. Krane loop leeg. Maar moenie vra. Moenie vra hoekom? Nee, vergeet die jare van dieselfde ou groep. Die oranje man en Daisy kom vir jou. Ongelykheid styg. Dis 'n Mar-a-Lago komplot. Hy is so gemeen en boos. Glo dit of nie. Die oorspronklike gangster is uit, want Jan van Riebeeck is nie meer moordnieuws nie. Brug is die nuwe sondebok. Die vars, allebei. Wanneer die beloftes in 'n leuen verander, koers sluit aan. Amerika is gemeen, die wêreld is so koud. Dis die beste storie wat nog ooit vertel is. Kry jou kaart, speel jou deel, gitaar, sing dit is solo. Ons wil die Jankaart vir 'n Trumpkaart. Dis die blinknuwe manier om die Blamsville hard te speel. Gaan die krag uit, dis die pad vol gate. Moenie na die begroting of die kieserspeilings kyk nie. Draai net daar die kaart om, sien die goue hare. Die dom is die rede vir die slytasie. Ja, ons wil vandag die Jankaart vir 'n Trumpkaart. Cool, ons wil die Jankaart. Tot ziens, Jan. Sien jou later. Hallo, Don. Jy's die heide. Dis nou alles sy skuld. Elke liewe bietjie daarvan. Kyk na die kaart, baba. Laaste vonkel in die sintklokkie.
Anyway, that's trading the on card for the trump card. So that's all my music. Yes, every one of these songs has a story. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Every one of these songs has a story. There's a purpose behind it. There's just not. It's nice to keep doing that. Studio. Oh, I keep pushing the wrong button. That's why. Library. That's what I want. Every one of them has a story behind it. All right, guys, it's late, and I've got to get up and catch the beginning of the Stormers game and hit the road out to Ohio to see my sister and Honesty Refugees. If you're coming to the event, it is in Dublin tomorrow, and I'll make sure it's posted on the channel on the community tab, or I'll get it in the groups on where to go, okay? All right, so thank you all so much for being here. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't done it already. I do appreciate that. Have a lovely evening, and appreciate everyone being here. My thanks this evening to the Oosthuizens who hosted me as guests, and to Levi and Bruce the service dog for an excellent broadcast, as well as to Kim who came and joined us. I really enjoyed that. Appreciate that. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you very much. God bless. Be well, and I'll catch you later on.